Hey, good afternoon. All right, I am trying something new where I'm going to be going live in two different places. So we're going to see how this works. I've got us live on my computer on YouTube, live on a little screen on my phone. So if you see me looking in two places, that is the explanation. So we're going to try this out, see how this goes between our YouTube live and our Instagram live. Okay, so that's logistics out of the way. Let's get your logistics out of the way. So go ahead and set yourself up for an intentional 30-minute practice or so with me this afternoon. Go ahead and shut the door, turn off the notifications on your phone, on your computer. Maybe invite any furry friends or kids or partners to just give you a little bit of space for this next half hour. And our work as always is to use this opportunity to get a little bit more clear on the state of our being today. So we'll slow down, we'll focus with attention, we'll move into the body in some really subtle and some really big ways so we can get there. For props, obviously your chair that you're sitting on, a chair with the back if possible, and then something to put your feet on if when you're sitting in the chair and you're like me and your feet aren't flat on the ground. So I've got two yoga blocks that I use on the lowest setting underneath both of my feet. If you don't have yoga blocks, that's fine. Other things that can work might be a pillow or two from your couch, a couple books just stacked up here, but we are going to do our whole practice today seated in the chair. And so I really want to be sure that you feel supported. If you're tall enough or your chair is short enough that both of your feet are nice and flat on the ground, then you can ignore these cues about blocks underneath your feet. But I really just want you to feel whole footprint on the ground. Okay, so we're going to get started then. Like I said, we're going to do our whole practice in the chair today and really focus on refining our attention. You know, I have switched to doing these classes here in my office, which is also my closet. You know, I've got my clothes here. And then what I'm looking at when I'm teaching this class here is my computer and my two monitors. And I got to be honest with you, I haven't done a great job today of managing my attention. It's a bit scattered. It's a bit all over the place, you know, managing people and different projects. And if I look to my second screen over here, I've got work still. So this is a practice for me too in teaching you and trying to stay really present with you virtually as best as I can. I'm going to put little blinders on towards my work that's floating over here. Okay, so all of that to say, we're going to try to focus our attention one thing at a time, which really becomes a gift when we go day to day, flitting about task to task. Okay, so we're going to start with a little breath practice like we usually do, and then we're going to move into some subtle movement. So I want you to bring yourself to a seat that feels tall and yet easy. So there's just a 5 to 10% of engagement in the belly and the back line of the body so that you feel nice and tall. And I want you to feel both feet flat on the ground or on blocks. And the knees can be stacked right over the feet or a little bit wider if that would be more comfortable for your legs. And just let the hands land where they land. Face down, face up in your lap or along your side. And I invite you to close the eyes or soften the gaze down to the ground or your table or desk in front of you. Just don't look at me for this moment. Eyes closed or gaze softly focused down at the earth or the table. And without changing anything about your breath, I'd like for you to notice it. Let it flow how it flows through the nose or the mouth or both. with the pace that your body has arrived in today. What does your breath sound like? What does it feel like in your body? In your belly or your chest or the back? In the nose and the throat? Is your breath slow? Is it hurried? Is it smooth or rough? Good. I invite you to deepen the breath and let it move in and out through your nose. I want you to hear your inhales and your exhales. On your next inhale, hold the breath at the top. For 3, 2, 1, exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Inhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Good. Bring your hands to your knees so the arms are long. And then grip your finger pads to the front of your knees. Feel the texture, the landscape of the knee. And as you inhale, drag the chest forward, arch the back, lift the chin, and send the throat forward. As you exhale, round the back. So arms are long, chin falls into the throat, puff up the back of the heart. Several more times like that. Inhale. It's a cat and cow variation. So cow pose, chest and belly and throat forward. Exhale, round the spine and send it behind you. All the while keeping this active grip of the knees with your hands. And I want you to move at the pace of your breath, using your entire inhale to articulate the spine, and then your entire exhale to round it back. Keep going like this. And if you'd like, you can add in some more free-form movement. So you can arc the rib cage side to side, circle it forward and back. You can let the head and neck move around, or you can continue the movement simply forward and back. I want you to listen in to the energy of the body. Does your body need more grounding, more calm? Then I would stick with just the simple repetition of cat and cow. Does your body feel a little tight, a little tense? Maybe some circular churning movements would be soothing for the nervous system today. Good. Get the head involved in whichever variation you're doing. Remember, the neck is a part of the spine, so we don't want to ignore that in this spinal awakening here. 3 more breaths, exactly as you are. Good. Ease your spine to neutral. Let the arms come along each side. Shake out the hands. Shrug the shoulders up into the ears as you inhale. Hold for just a beat and then exhale, let it go. Breath in, squeeze up. Exhale, let it all go. 2 more. Breathe out. 1 more. Exhale. Good. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders so the elbows are wide, and I want you to feel a little squeeze of the shoulder blades together. Keep the lower body just as it is. As you inhale, twist to the left. As you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. And then I'd like to invite a dynamic pace of this movement. So again, listening into the energy of the body. If you're feeling a little sleepy, a little tight, a little tired, then you're going to take this a little bit faster. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it's quick. If instead you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, you're going to take this a little slower. Inhale and exhale. And in this way, we get to curate our practice, adapt our practice to suit our body day to day. If turning the head makes you feel a little bit dizzy, then keep the head still and just move the upper body. No big deal. So inhale left, exhale right. Keep this going. Let the breath be dynamic, powerful, intentional. You should hear both your inhales and your exhales. 3 more. Good, come back through center, shake the arms out. All right. Let's take your right arm forward, take it across the chest, and then bring your left forearm, bend it up, and just squeeze, kind of bicep curl that left arm. And then you can let this right arm relax. And then maybe you're getting some interesting sensation here on that right shoulder, maybe the right tricep. Good, and then we're going to take the right arm up overhead, bend the elbow. You can sort of pat yourself on the back. Left arm comes up, grip the elbow. And then I want you to press the skull into the lifted forearm. So there's a tendency to let the chin drop in. I want you to press the skull back. And in doing so, you might feel a little bit more openness across the chest and the armpit. And then there's just a gentle tug on the elbow to reach the fingertips farther between your shoulder blades. Yours might look more or less than mine, probably more. Inhale. Relax the face, exhale. Breath in. Breath out, let it go. All right, left arm reaches forward, and then take it across, bicep curl that right forearm around the left upper arm. And then feel that stretch across the upper arm. Good, breath in. Breath out. Arm up overhead. Bend the elbow, hand to elbow, reach the fingertips back between the shoulder blades. Press the head back so the front of the throat stays long. Good, inhale. Exhale, release. All right, take both arms forward, let the palms face one another. Now, cross the wrists, let the thumbs point down. Doesn't matter which one's on top. Interlace the fingers, and then we're going to do what I call a little tick-tock. So you're going to reach the knuckles forward, and then bend the elbows, draw them up towards your nose. Keep going like this. Just warming up the full range of motion of our wrists here. Twice more like this. And you're going to extend the arms, switch the cross, and then go the other side. And notice with curiosity and acknowledgement of difference without judgment. If it feels a little bit different this side, it might. Good. All right, extend both arms forward, palms face up. And we're just going to go up and down. So fingers up, fingers down, fingers up, fingers down. Keep the arms still. Waking up again through the wrists. Through the forearms. Good, make fists, do the same thing. Ooh, does that feel a little bit different? Good, palms forward, spread the fingers wide, and then we're just gonna wave side to side. See if you can keep the elbows still, so check out the elbows. and let the movement happen just in the wrist. Good. Arms come along your side. Take your thumb into your palms, 4 fingers around the thumb, and then start to roll the wrists around. Take this up, overhead, and then down along your side. 2 more times, just like that. Maybe coordinate this movement with your breath in a way that makes sense to you. Now, don't think too hard. Switch the direction of your wrist circles. Do this 3 more times. It's okay if it looks a little different this time because it's the maybe less intuitive way to circle the wrist. No problem. Don't overthink it. Good. Arms along your side. Shake it out. All right. Palms forward. Press the palms, and then I want you to reach the fingertips towards me while keeping the spine upright. So what this looks like is spine is upright, and then I reached around the back. See? Good. All right. This is your exhale. Your inhale, take the arms as wide as you can and squeeze the shoulder blades. See how the upper back lifts. So it's a little back bend here. And then exhale, protract the scapula, the shoulder blades, press the palms. Do this 3 more times. Inhaling for expansion, exhaling to hug in. Twice more. Good. Release the hands down into your lap. Now let the palms face up towards the ceiling. And then I want you to bring your gaze to your palms, and our mobility extends into the fingers and the hands today. So we're going to work with a steady pace, and we're going to tap thumb to fingertip. So it'll be thumb to first finger, second finger, third finger, pinky of both hands. And I want you to just work at a pace. Might be done, 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 or something like that. Keep your focus on the hands. And I want you to really feel the texture, the warmth of the tips of your fingers as they touch the tips of your thumbs. A few more times through. We're not in a rush. We don't get a gold prize for doing this so many times. We're just here to find opportunities to pay attention. And I love this mudra work with the hands. You can accompany this with mantra, but this is also really useful if, let's say, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling like the mind is really racing. Then just take a second. You can be waiting in line at the bank or whatever. Calm the mind. Tap your fingers with your thumb and feel the texture of your fingerprints. A couple more times. Good. All right, let the hands come down. Good. All right, we're going to move down to the lower body. So you're going to decide how the balance feels for you. You might just take your hands down to the chair and wrap the fingertips around it, or you can rest the hands in your lap. Let's lean back a bit so our backs are against the chair and lengthen both legs forward. Good. We're going to make circles with the wrists. Or those aren't wrists. Those are our feet wrists. Those are our ankles. So roll through the ankles. Good. Take the circles in both directions. And I want you to point and flex the feet. So point the toes forward, flex the toes back. Point and flex. And you might be feeling this a little bit in the musculature of the legs. Great. We're here for that. Good. All right. Release down. And then we're going to move into a little bit of mobility in the lower body. So this is, again, might be helpful to grip the side of the chair, but lift the right knee up. So the thigh, the belly of the thigh isn't resting on the chair. And then we're going to do some hip circles here. So knee goes up and out and through center. And if this feels like a little too much, you can always take a hand behind the knee and help it along. No big deal. Good. Take the circles in the other direction. Good. Now extend the leg long, keep the hamstring lifted. This is where you're going to want to grip the chair. Take the leg out to the right and then through center. Out and through center. One more time, out and through center. All right, leg comes down. Let's take it to the other side. Lift the left knee, hip circles. Good, take these in the other direction. Again, you can always take the hand to the back of the knee or both hands. Give it a little bit of help. Now extend the leg long, keep the hamstring lifted, out to the left, and then through center. See if you can do this with control. Less flinging, more intention. Good, foot comes down. Beautiful work. All right, we're gonna move into a little bit of a flow, and then we're gonna bring it down. I know we've been doing fast pace, but I want us to really get into the body today. So we're gonna come into a warrior two variation. And so I'm gonna keep my left foot on the block facing forward. And then my right leg is gonna go off the right edge of the chair. And I'm also gonna scoot my block over there. And what I'd like for us to have is something like a 90-degree angle between our two thigh bones. So if you look at them, it's more or less 90 degrees. And then check out the knee to ankle situation, relationship, and find one that feels stable. You might find that you need to scoot over or forward into the chair. Now, probably your hip is facing in between both legs. I would like for us to have an intention of the hip facing more in line with the leg that's in line with your chair, right? So for me, it's my left leg. That's not going to be, it's not, they're not going to point straight that way. That's just anatomy. But there's a real subtle twist in the low body here. So this is our warrior two legs. Take your arms wide. Now, turn your palms to the ceiling. And you're going to tap the thumb to your fingers. And then turn the palms down, do the same thing. We're going to go back and forth like that. Palm up, tap. Palm down, tap. See if you can coordinate this with your breath. Maybe it's inhale, palms up. Exhale down. Good, inhale. Exhale. See if you can soften the sides of your neck. Good, now keep the palms down, pause there, and then turn the palms out to the side. Good. As you next inhale, draw the palms through center, let them press at the heart, thumb knuckles find the sternum. As you exhale, press them out wide. So go back and forth like that two more times. Inhale, hug it all in through center. Exhale, extend out. Good, breath in, breath out. Pause, bring your right forearm to your thigh and bring your left hand to your hip. Start to tip the right shoulder down towards the right forearm. And then I want you to feel the left shoulder stack on top of the right. So we're in a side angle lunge variation. Good, let's take the left hand behind the back. I like to tuck my fingertips into the waistband of my leggings. And then I can leverage the back of the palm on my low back to again bring the left shoulder a little bit higher and back. And that right shoulder moves under and forward. So there's a twist and there's a great big broad opening across the chest. Inhale and exhale. Feel how this shape shifts in the body with your breath. Good, come up through center. Then you're going to take your hand to your right leg and you're going to bring it up so the sole of the foot is somewhere inside the left leg. You can always keep the hand on the shin. We're here in tree pose. And I kind of tuck the ball of my foot behind the knee. Stays a little in place a little bit better that way. And then let's take the arms up. Find a wide V so that there's spaciousness for the sides of the neck. Breathe. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the body in space. Good. Release your hands down. Release the leg down. All right, we're going to make our way to that warrior two shape on the other side. So you're going to switch the right foot to the block in front of you. Left foot off the side of your chair. Adjust where your butt is on your chair if you need. And there's no race to get anywhere. So take your time to find something that feels comfortable. And then I want you to find that intention of the hips in line with this femur that's facing the front of the chair. Okay, arms out, warrior two. Palms to the ceiling, tap the fingers. Palms down, same thing. Coordinate this with your breath. Good. Exhale. Extend the fingers out, palms face down. Feel a lift of the heart. And then palms face out to the side. Your next inhale, gather all the energy through center. Press the palms, lift the heart. Exhale, press it out. Twice more. Gather in. Imagine you're gathering energy in and then pressing it out, extending wide, taking up space. One more time. Good. Side angle lunge. Forearm to thigh. We'll start hand to hip. So the left elbow's resting on the thigh, and you've got the shoulder more or less on top of the elbow, and then I want you to start to bring that top shoulder back. Then we're going to take the half bind. The palm finds the low back. Again, I'm going to tuck my fingers in the top of my waistband. You might get the hand more behind you so it's a little more secure. Press into the forearm. Bring the bottom shoulder forward, left shoulder back. So you could imagine that the torso is between two panes of glass, and that is in line with this bottom femur. Relax the face as best as you can and maintain a steadiness in the breath. Good. One more inhale. One more exhale. Bring your hand to the bottom leg, bring it up. We're going to find tree pose. The sole of the foot finds the inner thigh somewhere. You can tuck behind the knee, and the knee presses down. Good. All right, arms lift up, tree pose, Vrikshasana. I invite us to pause in the breath here, pause in the body here. Maybe close the eyes or soften the gaze to the ground. Three more breaths, exactly as you are. And release your hands down, release the foot down, bring that block around if you have one, underneath your foot. Good, find your tall seat. Okay, we're gonna close with a little back bend, and then we'll bring it down. So I want you to bring your hands behind you and grip the back of your chair, and our chairs are all gonna be different, so your grip's gonna be different. And you might feel your butt against your hands. Now I want you to bring the chest forward. So without bending yet, chest is reaching forward, belly might be on the thighs. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together, just the shoulder blades. So chest is kind of reaching forward and down. Now start to lift the chest up. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades. We're finding a back bend. Lift the throat up. Maybe if that feels a little too much in the neck, keep the neck neutral. And then let the belly be soft and expansive. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that grip of the hand on the chairs. Good. Return your spine to neutral step by step. Release your hands. Good. Inhale to exhale. Let's bring hand to heart and hand to belly. Close down the eyes. What is the quality of your breath now? Acknowledging the difference between your breath now and the beginning of practice without judgment. Is your breath warmer, or faster, or slower, deeper, smoother, maybe rougher too? Feel the expansion and contraction of the body behind your hands. Good. Keep the eyes closed, press your palms in front of your heart, and then find just a little lift of the sternum, the breastbone, into your thumb knuckles. May we be reminded of the value of taking little pauses like we did just now to get a little bit more clearer and to serve and calm the nervous system. And to seal in that wish, the phrase so ha, which means let it be so. So ha. All right. Thank you very much, everyone here. So YouTube, Instagram. Glad to have you here. Let me know how this worked. If this didn't work, we're figuring it out, however many months into quarantine of me doing a bunch of live streams. So we're figuring it out all together. All right. Thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day.